Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Erim and today I'm going to be walking you through my top tips for anyone looking to start a business. So this is one of my most requested videos, and yes, I say that every time, but I really mean it. So far as my By Erim brand page, we've had to make a quick reply for when people ask us for business advice, linking to all my YouTube videos. So I thought, you know what, let me just do a video explaining my top tips for anyone who's either just started a business or is looking to start a business. I'm the CEO, by the way, for those of you who don't know, of By Erim. So my mum passed when I was younger. She had really long hair, really beautiful hair. I always wanted that. Here we are. And my grandma helped me come up with an oil. So number one, work backwards. When I was on one of my original early calls with a supplier, she was talking to me about how don't think about how to scale a business up. Think about where you want to be and then scale it down from there. I think a lot of people start with the mindset that it's not going to do big, and what you do is you make your business unscalable. But make sure that you're working backwards. Don't envisage yourself only ordering quantities of one hairbrush per day. You really want to imagine what is it like to have a sale of 100 hairbrushes a day, and then make sure you're finding suppliers and factories and supply chain partners who can facilitate that. So my next thing is making sure your business is fully legitimate. Make sure that you're doing everything that you can do, making sure it's like registered on Companies House, making sure that you've got, you know, the professional like address. All those types of things just really add to the assets in terms of your product and your brand. And those things, if you feel like it's going to be a successful business, honestly, you might as well just do it from the start, because at least you're able to be certified from the beginning, which is what By Erim is. A lot of people start their business, realize it's good, go off, get it certified, but then what about all the people who were purchasing your product which wasn't in line with trade standards? You know, I have a lot to say about people in their certification. So make sure that you're really investing in all of the hardcore nitty-gritty sides of the business. Third point, keep it professional. So it's often very confusing at the start. You know, how do I get myself like a website? How do I get myself a professional email? And trust me, I was also confused. And this for me was like a kind of a hurdle, but once I started getting into it and investigating into Gmail, I was like, listen, so many companies have done this. Like, I can do it. So I worked it out, and honestly, sometimes it just takes you trying to realize that something just isn't as difficult as you thought it would be. Make sure you've got your email signature just nice, neat. Make sure you've got all of the kind of like company details on your website. So yeah, make sure all of that is looking really professional, because as and when you do want to start contacting suppliers, maybe you want investment or something, no one's going to take you seriously if you've got like an @Hotmail address and you're claiming to be like a legitimate business asking for funding and Make sure that's all in place. Number four or five, don't know where we're at. Make sure that you have really core values. So how does your brand story relate to your brand values? Now, this is really important. A story is something that can begin with once upon a time and the end. A brand value is something that can really be described in one word. So for By Erim, we've got this in our brand book, but it's very much trustworthy. It's very much about your heritage, like your culture, your tradition, and it's about connection. So not only connecting yourself to me as an influencer, as a friend, as a person, but connecting to your heritage, to your ancestors, and connecting to one another in your family. This is a unisex product. It can be used by men, women. You can have it for the intergenerational bonding moments. That's my favorite thing. When people send me videos of them doing it with their dad or their brother or their mom, like, I'm just like, oh, it's too cute for me to handle. Like, I literally have a little moment, I'll be sat there like on my phone, like it will come in and I'm just like mind blown. Like, it's just so cute to me. So the way that my story relates to those brand values is very clear link, and you want to make sure that those are really established from the start. Oh, I've said this before, don't know, we're on 8, 9, I don't know, 7, 5, who knows. Make sure you've got very mean people around you, basically. You know that one friend where like you'll wear an outfit and you'll be like, oh my god, how do I look? And they'll be like, it's disgusting, take it off. That's your girl. That's your friend. That's your rider. That's your bestie. I'm telling you now, do not let go of that girl or guy. That person is the one that you need around you when you're making business decisions, because I call this the bubble. We make decisions in bubbles where it's just us in our own little world. But at the end of the day, you need to realize that you're not your end consumer. You need to create something that resonates with people who aren't women or aren't my age or don't look like me or come from different countries and different places and different religions, and you want to consider, okay, for instance, I like the color black. I'm not that much of a fan of the color gold though. It's not necessarily always about personal preference. Then once I asked a lot of people, like, what version of the logo do you like? What version of the sticker and the bottle do you like? It seemed to be like apparent that there was one consistent answer. And it's those people who really are able to contradict you. So I have a lot of people, I do find kind of like, as I've grown older, a lot of people are very like, yes, Erin, whatever you said. And I'm just kind of like, oh, like, imagine I thought silver would look good, and all these people knew that I liked silver. I'd have ended up with a black and silver bottle, which would have been nowhere near as cute as a black and gold bottle. So I was very lucky who had people around me who were able to contradict me and say to me, you know what, Erim, I know I'm not a fan of gold, but it really is the best choice. And then I can go with that, and guess what? My bottle is beautiful. Insert image here. So the final thing I want to say, and this is something that I wish I knew, and I don't know how to prevent against this, and I think a lot of people probably won't believe me, but be prepared for heartache. At the start of my business, I wasn't used to that. Whenever I'd get any sort of criticism, whenever I'd make a mistake, whenever I'd break something on my website, whenever a sticker would be wonky and I'd have to, like, literally I couldn't use that bottle. It just kind of got to a point for me where it was so heartbreaking, and it's not like heartbreak of any other kind. It just feels like you're letting down so many people, and that's something that I had to get used to, because you have to realize, like, you're not perfect and you're not going to please every single person, but it just hits different. Because and I'm sure small business owners, you guys can relate, like, if something goes wrong, ultimately, like, you own the business, it's on your head, it's on your shoulders. And for someone who like me, like, I love to excel, I love to perform, when it goes wrong, like, it's so upsetting thinking about it, because I'm just looking at all of the times that I've made a mistake in my business. And I just remember once I was sat on my bed and I made a really, really big mistake with my inventory, and it was like, I just had that moment where I sat there and my dad was looking at me, and I was just like, I can't believe I just did something that stupid. It makes you question everything that you've done and whether you're valid in being in the position that you're in. Prepare for that heartbreak that you're going to feel when your business, because you got to learn that you can't be perfect. You just got to kind of ride with it. Like, I've made so many mistakes. So yes, I think I'm going to leave it there. I think sis needs to take a step back. Wasn't thinking I was going to get sad, but that is that, guys. I hope that helps. This has been a long awaited video. I think maybe I was putting off because I was like, it's sad to talk about your mistakes, but let's turn this into a positive. These are lessons for you guys. I'm glad that I made these mistakes, so at least you guys don't make these mistakes and can learn something from this. I would love if you guys could share with me your biggest tips for people starting businesses. Like, there's always something that you can learn from everybody. Like, I would love to read yours, I would love to share yours. Oh, the door. Okay, I love you guys so much. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Mwah, and have a lovely day. Oh my god, my nose is itchy.